Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video. And today we're going to be looking at something that's been on my mind for a while and I've been wanting to test it out. So we're gonna look and see when and if Aegon can catch up or out damage Star-Lord. So I brought in Winter Soldier too because Winter Soldier is kind of cool. He becomes a mini Star-Lord or a mini Aegon. Well, not necessarily a mini Aegon with the Killmonger synergy. So for Winter Soldier, if you add Killmonger to the team, every hit on his combo meter increases his attack by 5%, capped at 100 hits. So he can really put out some really good damage. So of course we all know Aegon. And, you know, he builds up his combo and he hits harder, and the same with Star-Lord. Star-Lord is capped at 400 hits. So it's been on my mind as to when does Aegon catch up to Star-Lord? And I gotta say, I was pretty surprised at the results. So you can see here, Aegon is still at Winter Soldier and Star-Lord have moved on to Captain Marvel. Now, of course, with this, I decided to only launch Special 2s because they all put debuffs on with all of the characters, including Star-Lord, if you can get that shock on, depending on, you know, what his gun decides it wants to do. So I didn't do any Special 3s because that takes too much time, and Aegon Special 1, while it does help build his combo, it is fairly weak. So you can see here now Star-Lord is already on Juggernaut and Aegon is barely finishing up Winter Soldier. So it's kind of going to be interesting to see. I gotta say, I was really surprised at these results. I did not expect them to go the way they did. I fully did not expect Winter Soldier to be able to hold his own in this, but he really does. And Juggernaut's one of those fights that can be kind of a bit of a slow fight, right? Because he gets the unstoppable. Now, luckily, this is the pre-buff Juggernaut, so you're still able to hit him and stun him when he's unstoppable. You know, you parry, stun, one hit, back away, whatever. So that's what I did here, but I still kept up with the Special 2s. I only throw one Special 3 with Winter Soldier, which you'll see later on, and there's a reason for that because that fight was grueling, and I'm sure you guys already know which one I'm going to be talking about or which fight it will be. So I loved Star-Lord back in the day. He was my first rank 5 champion. Now these are all Sig 200s. The only synergy I have in here is of course the Winter Soldier synergy, or excuse me, the Killmonger synergy with Winter Soldier. Aegon doesn't have any synergies and Star-Lord doesn't have any synergies. Now I could have brought Aegon for Star-Lord and Star-Lord for Aegon for the combo shield, but I decided not to go that route. And also with Aegon, I could have, you know, did the combo shield, get hit, get the extra fury, but I decided not to go that route just because I didn't want to potentially have to pot him up on the way through. Now, these are all 565 champs, Sig 200, so kind of keep that in mind. That really helps Star-Lord out and especially Aegon out when it comes to carrying over his combo. Now, the thing with Star-Lord, of course, is he can't carry over a portion of his combo, which I would love him to be able to do, but you're gonna see he clearly doesn't really need that if you're just doing a Realm of Legends fight. Now, Aegon does have, of course, the fun little tidbits that go along with it, right? With his combo meter, he's got the tenacity and he gets, you know, the ability accuracy reduction, he gets the concussion, he gets the unstoppable, of course, the fury, the true strike, and eventually if you get his combo high enough, he does go unblockable. So that makes Aegon really have a lot of utility, whereas Star-Lord doesn't really have that. Star-Lord's got, you know, he's got an armor break, he's got a shock, and he's got a potential power drain. It just kind of all depends on how his elemental gun goes. Now, Winter Soldier's kind of cool too because he can power drain as well, which is always a nice little feature to have. I wish Winter Soldier's power drain was more reliable. So like kabam, if you ever think about giving Winter Soldier a bit of a buff, could you just make his power drain based off of, you know, whatever bullet he's gonna unload, whether he's in the incendiary mode or the, you know, armor penetrating mode or the bleed mode, whichever. Could you just like add that in just so it's guaranteed? I think that would be, you know, that would give Winter Soldier a bit more utility and people wouldn't just, well, use him as a punching bag in ROL. All right, so now we see that Aegon is at Rhino, just completed Rhino, excuse me, Winter Soldier is at Storm, and Star-Lord is cruising here through OG Vision. And Star-Lord hits really hard. Once you get his combo kind of upwards of about, 50, he really starts hitting like a truck. And so we're up here at 104 hits and down Vision goes. So now, of course, Aegon with Storm has the class disadvantage, and he'll have the class disadvantage against Wolverine. And the same goes for Winter Soldier. Star-Lord really only has, well, no class disadvantage except when it comes to Black Bolt. So there's a little bit of a hindrance there where you've got two fights here with class disadvantage with Aegon and Winter Soldier versus one with Star-Lord. But Star-Lord can really hold his own, and I really think that people kind of push him, a lot to the bench because everyone's Aegon, Aegon, Aegon. And Star-Lord carried me through so much content back in the day. He was my go-to. When I did War, he was my go-to domino killer in War. He's still a really good champ. Now, he doesn't necessarily have the utility that Aegon has, and that's kind of where I think he falls short. I wish he had a little bit more utility, maybe since they're potentially buffing Angela. I don't know. That's what it's been hinted at on Twitter. But maybe if all of the Guardians get a buff, Star-Lord could have a little synergy buff where, I don't know, he gets some sort of little more utility added to him instead of just being the hard hitter that he is, because he really is. He hits like a truck as long as you can hold your combo and when he's at max sig. Like I said, I loved Star-Lord back in the day, and he is cruising. He's already at Scarlet Witch. Poor Aegon here is back at OG Vision, and Winter Soldier, man, he's cruising. He's over here at Black Panther. He's like, I'm gonna catch you guys now. So Winter Soldier is now at 89 hits, so he's gonna be capped here real soon at 100. But that synergy that Killmonger has with Winter Soldier really helps him out a lot. It makes him so that he's not just kind of like meh, right? It really benefits him a lot. Now, the Wolverine fight. The Wolverine fight is where I thought Aegon was going to catch up to Star-Lord. But as you'll see here, he does not. Star-Lord is one of the few champs in here that can actually out-damage Wolverine's regen. I used him in Variant 3 against the Kang boss because he could out-damage, even though he doesn't always place a shotgun with the Special 2, right? He still can out damage that regen. And that's what I really love about Star-Lord. It's sometimes so refreshing for me to be able to dust off one of the old champs that I used to love playing so much. And Star-Lord is just one of them. So he's cruising through, and he's got Wolverine down. Aegon's still over here on Scarlet Witch. And I gotta say, I thought Aegon would have caught up to Star-Lord by now. But it's clear for the fact that Star-Lord is already on Black Bolt. Wolverine is going to struggle in this fight, which you'll see against, Winter Soldier is going to struggle against this Wolverine, which you'll see. But Aegon is still over here on Scarlet Witch. And when I was editing these videos together, I was like, Aegon's not going to catch Star-Lord. Star-Lord is absolutely going to beat Aegon in this ROL run. And I fully didn't expect that. I expected, probably at the Wolverine fight is where Aegon would have caught up to Star-Lord and passed him. But that clearly is not the case. Aegon has just now started the Wolverine fight, and Star-Lord is moving on to Hulk. And the Winter Soldier here, poor Winter Soldier, he just cannot out-damage that Wolverine regen. It's a struggle. I was getting so frustrated with this fight. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. It took 538 hits with Winter Soldier to take OG Wolvie down. So it was a long fight there. I was like, oh, my thumbs hurt so bad after that fight because I didn't think it was gonna happen. I thought this is gonna be where it ends for Winter Soldier. This is where it all goes down. But he does end up pushing through. But Star-Lord's got Hulk down, and Aegon is now moving on to Black Bolt. So it's pretty interesting to think that, I thought for sure that Aegon would surpass Star-Lord. I was like, I wonder what the point, where in the fights is this going to happen? And honestly, it never does. Star-Lord just smoked Aegon. Now, like I said, I could have weaved in, the unstoppable and gotten hit, which I do get hit there off of Black Bolt Special 2, get the extra fury. I could have done that, and that would have been a game changer, right? That probably would have been a game changer, but I also would have probably had to pot Aegon along the way, and I didn't want to do that. So that's why I didn't use that method. But it's kind of funny to see because everyone always says that Aegon is the higher damage dealer, which if you do weave in those heavies and get the combo shield and get hit, so you get the extra furies and the extra attack, it's true. But if you don't want to do that and you don't want to play that risky style, Star-Lord does it a lot faster, as you can see, which I think is highly entertaining. Like I said, I loved Star-Lord back in the day, and I still do. So he was one of my OGs. He was my first 565 Sig 200. He was actually my first and second 5-star. I pulled him back to back. But anyways, guys, that's all that I got. Star-Lord clearly smoked Aegon in this matchup. But let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this matchup? How did you think Winter Soldier was going to do? Did you think he would be able to hold his own up until the OG Wolvie fight? How do you think I should have weaved in the heavies more with Aegon? And did you expect Star-Lord to beat Aegon? Let me know in the comments below and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching and enjoy this quick word from Kevin Smith.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith, and if you enjoyed the mediocre Mcoc video full of scrub gameplay, then show Katy some love by hitting like and subscribe, man. Katy don't ask for much. Katy did ask for this. Katy did. So do like Katy did and bug people and get you to like and subscribe, man. She's doing that Mcoc beautifully, not mediocre. Katy!